But we can't say that debt levels in Canada are okay because we're 45% of GDP, but it was 42 before, and now we're up. And if we compare ourselves with other G7 countries, for example, with France. In France, they don't have provincial debt. But if in Canada we integrate provincial debt as well and federal debt, we're at way higher levels. It's same debt levels of France and the UK. It's similar to debt levels in Italy and elsewhere. We have to be serious, help people who are in need. But let's start by cutting the $83 billion for oil companies. Questions and comments?
Crowfoot.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And toward the end of his speech, he was getting onto some of the financial trickery that we hear in the Liberal government's talking points. They speak of declining debt to GDP, yet the debt to GDP ratio is going up. We have the per capita GDP, which is lower now than it was in 2014. So I wonder if he could comment further on their selective use of accounting and maybe perhaps in particular this distraction that the finance minister has brought up, where he is distracting Canadians by trying to trick them with changing the method with which they publicly disclose their finances.
The Honourable Member for Berthier-Masquinongé. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, I'd like to thank sincerely the member for his relevant question that allows me to continue my explanation. When we're talking about debt to GDP ratios, yes, we have to look at the notion of whether we can pay our debt. If we have 150 in revenue a year and then we owe 150, okay. Well, we have to look at the ins and outs. But what the government does, they make beautiful statements. They're just looking at the federal debt. But it's not just federal debt that Canadians pay. We also pay the provincial debt in Quebec. And the ratio is actually much higher than they want us to believe. In the next budget, they'll be hiding debt, rather,